Okay, this is Craig Strokes, Athlete's Lifestyle Assignment 2. The date is the 23rd of February, and I am studying the Level 3 BTEC Diploma in Development, Coaching and Fitness. First form of media I've got is television. In television you need to think of 5 different things. That's appearance, language, verbal and non-verbal, your knowledge and your preparation. The sports person I've got as an example of this is Arsene Wenger. For appearance, when you're appearing on television as for an interview, you need to think of like how you dress and like you should dress appropriately. Arsene Wenger is a good example here because he's wearing clothes that make him look powerful with the black suit, the white top and the red tie. So like that's going to make him look powerful. He needs to think of his verbal language. So this is the way he speaks, so he can't come out in front of the cameras swearing and like using slang. He also may want to think about not using too many football terms in case people watching may not be able to understand what he's saying. Also non-verbal language, so such as body language. If he's been interviewed after the game, he's going to need to think about he can't be leaning up against the signs or like just not standing or sitting appropriately, so such as if he was sat down at a desk, he couldn't be sat back with his feet up on the table. Knowledge, he needs to think about what he's saying, because if someone asks him a question he doesn't know how to answer it, he's going to look a bit like a wally really, because he's going to come off like he doesn't really know what he's doing. And last one is preparation. He needs to prepare what he's going to say, because before the interview they'll tell him what sort of questions that they're going to ask him, so he's got time to prepare what he's going to say and how he's going to respond to the questions. So if he doesn't prepare, then he's going to be put himself on the spot, and again he's going to make it look like he doesn't know what he's talking about, so it's important to prepare. The next form of media I've got is the radio, and I'm using Southampton's manager Mauricio Pochettino. So on the radio obviously you won't have to think about your appearance because no one will be able to see like what you're wearing or how you're sitting or standing, so that's not a factor with this form of media. However, the same 3 language, knowledge and preparation still stand, because again you need to think about your language on the radio probably more importantly than you do on TV, because on TV you can get your point across through hand gestures and through non-verbal forms of communication to the cameras, whereas the radio you've got to really emphasize your voice in certain parts to make sure that the audience are fully engaged and that they know exactly what you're saying and what you're trying to say. For Mauricio this is really hard because he actually can't speak English, so he needs to get a translator to speak for him, so he'll tell him what to say in his language and then the translator will say it for him. So if he wants to say something in a certain way, it'll be really well, he can't because his translator is going to say it for him, so it's really hard for him to get his point across like on the radio. Number 2 is knowledge again, because if he's not very knowledgeable, then people listening to the radio channel aren't going to think that he knows what he's doing. So he needs to brush up on his knowledge and make sure that he knows what he's really talking about. And preparation again, obviously I think he'll need to prepare more than anyone else, because obviously you need to confer with his translator what he's going to say, and the translator also needs to know what he's going to say and what he's going to answer with. So it'll take a lot of preparation on radio, and especially for Mauricio because he does not speak English. We've got communicating with significant others. It's important when you're talking to formal contacts, like high up contacts such as managers and sponsors, that you are very formal and professional towards them, because if you go up to your manager and you start swearing and talking to him as if you've known him your whole life and that he's like one of your best friends, then chances are that he's going to think you're an idiot because you're not acting as professional at all around him, and he may not play you in any games, or he may even drop you from the club completely. And if you do the same with sponsors, at the end of the day they're paying you, so you've got to be professional around them and show them that actually you're a good role model. So you've got to act formal and professional around managers and sponsors. Whereas you got people such as teammates and agents. That's not very important. You've got to be formal and professional around them, because obviously it's your teammates. You're going to have a good relationship with them. So you can be more relaxed and laid back around them and towards them. So you can swear, you can be yourself, because at the end of the day it's teammates. So you've got to be as close as possible as you can to one another. That way you'll play better. So you can be informal when talking to teammates, but you have to be very formal and very professional when you're talking to contacts such as managers or sponsors.